It started with a scream. Not the kind that echoes from a playground in laughter, but one sharp, terrified, and silencing. In the middle of a crowded high school hallway in suburban Ontario, Ava dropped her books again, pushed by a group of kids who thought cruelty was funny and power came from numbers. For months, Ava, just 14, had walked those corridors like a ghost, barely noticed unless someone wanted to humiliate her. She wasn't like the others. She wore the same 2 hoodies on repeat. Her shoes had holes. Her lunches were quiet, eaten behind the art room where no one stared at her or whispered when she passed. Her father, Sam, knew she was struggling. Ever since Ava's mother died of cancer 3 years ago, it had been just the 2 of them. Sam worked 2 jobs, construction during the day, janitorial at night. Still, he tried. He packed her lunches, left sticky notes with hearts on her mirror, and made pancakes on Sundays. But he couldn't protect her at school. She never told him the full truth. "It's fine, Dad. Just school stuff," she'd say, her eyes heavy with things she refused to explain. But that day, everything changed. Sam had taken the afternoon off to surprise Ava. He was waiting by the school gates when he heard the scream, his daughter's. Books scattered across the concrete, a foot raised to stomp them, and Ava frozen in fear. 3 kids laughed, and nobody else moved. No teachers, no other students. Just silence. Everyone watched, but no one helped. Sam didn't think. He stormed forward. "Hey!" His voice was thunder. The boy who'd raised his foot froze mid-motion. "Touch her again," Sam said, pointing at each of them one by one. "And you're done. Do you hear me? Done." The air turned heavy. The kids scoffed and walked away, muttering. But it didn't matter, because Ava was in his arms, crying like she hadn't since her mother died. That moment went viral. A teacher had caught it all on video. The bullying, the scream, the silence of everyone else, and the fury of a father who'd had enough. Within hours, it was all over Canadian news and social media. The school launched an investigation. The bullies were suspended. Messages poured in from other parents, some apologizing, others thanking Sam for standing up. But Sam didn't care about the attention. All he cared about was Ava. That night, she sat across from him at the kitchen table, a cup of tea in her hands. "I didn't want to make you worry," she whispered. "You're my whole world, Ava," he said. "You don't ever have to face things alone. Not while I'm breathing." For the first time in months, she smiled. The days that followed weren't perfect. Some kids still whispered, some still judged, but others came forward. One girl, Maya, sat with Ava at lunch the next day and said, "I saw what happened. I'm sorry I didn't do anything before." Slowly, Ava found her voice again. She joined the art club. She talked more at home. She laughed, real laughter, not the hollow kind. Sam got offered a full-time job as a school custodian. Better pay, fewer night shifts. He got to see Ava more. And every day, he waited outside the school, just in case. In a world where too many people stay quiet, Sam's voice reminded everyone what courage looks like. It's not always in grand speeches or heroic acts. Sometimes, it's in a tired man in a worn-out jacket telling the world, "You don't get to hurt my child. Not today. Not ever." Because the truth is, silence protects bullies. But love, real, fierce, unconditional love, fights back. And in one school, on one ordinary Canadian afternoon, love won.